Hi guys, welcome back, welcome back. This is our second episode for my YouTube channel. Okay, I think my glasses are making the lighting very horrible, so we're just gonna take them off. Okay, so welcome back, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ellen Benny. So this is my second video. In the first video, I spoke about my journey, okay, half of my journey at least, or the beginning of my journey, being a teen mom. And as I've said on the second episode, we'll touch on challenges, and speak more about the challenges, the obstacles, education, and all those other things. Like I've said, if you've got any question for me, I would, you know um feel free to ask me. Again, I say, like, I'm opening up myself to positivity, negativity, and so much judgment, but this is something that I strongly feel that it needs is a story that needs to be told, and not just highlighted and sugar coated and make it looks like it's such an easy thing, and that it's not, because it leads to so much things, so much more things, like depression, anxiety, suicide, just to name a few. So the purpose for these videos are just basically to to help someone who's going through something like this, to make them see that they're not alone, but also, more importantly for me, to make them see that there is life after being a teen mom. You can still fulfill your dreams, you can still become somebody. It doesn't just end there. So basically, what we're going to be starting with, so often we hear, when a young girl is pregnant in the community, we are so quick to judge, and we are so quick to blame it on, she's promiscuous, uthanda indaba, uphaphile izinto zabantu abadala. And a lot of the times it's not the case, because as women we face so much things. We face being vulnerable to amaplesa, being vulnerable to older men, also, that the shackles of poverty, last puma corner, and also vulnerability to sex, vulnerability to being raped. Yeah, so it's a lot of things, because there's a few NGOs that I've been following. I'm not sure if I can really mention much about it, but please check out Girl Pride. You can Google them on Facebook. It's an NGO based in Cape Town, and their work is also something that inspired me a lot, because they also help teenage girls. And if you read some of these girls' stories, some of them were victims of rape. Some of them were even victims of arranged marriages at such young age. So there's a lot. It's not just promiscuity that leads to teenage pregnancy. I'm not saying that promiscuity could not be a cause, but I'm also saying that sometimes we need to look deeper into situation and not be so quick to judge. Okay, so with that said, abantu abaningi would always say to me, like, why didn't you prevent? Why didn't you use a condom? Why didn't you this? Why didn't you do that? So I'm just gonna touch base. So, like, there's I think there's three methods, or if there's more, that you guys can share with me. Would be condoms, would be contraceptives, would be abstinence. You know, got In my case, I remember going to the local clinic and asking for assistance with prevention. And I left the clinic even more broken, because instead of Gucci, for them to help me. I was judged more. I was told that I'm 16 years old. What am I doing with prevention? I shouldn't be having sex in the first place. So a thing that we can also look at is, again, how we approach situations, how we handle these situations, how we handle these young girls when they come into our facilities seeking for advice, how we speak to them, how we advise them. So yeah, I think we need to also check things in that regard. We should not be so quick to judge before we actually understand the story completely. Yeah. So guys, there's condoms, there's contraceptive, and honestly, my nieces know, like I always preach on abstinence until you are completely ready. But then again, I allow them to make their own mistakes, because in order for anybody to be a responsible adult, you need to make your own mistakes and learn from that. I cannot expect them to learn from things that I've been through, because our experiences will not be the same. Not all of us are as strong to get back up and to try again. So I always encourage them, like, make better life choices, because it always catches up with you as time goes on. Yeah. And then also another thing is parenting. I can thank God that I was fortunate enough. My mother was never really disappointed that she had a grandchild coming. She was disappointed that I, I had to leave my schooling. And that disappointment that I could see on my mother's face was my biggest motivation to get up and try again. Was my biggest motivation to make my mom proud, to make her realize that this is not the end for me. Yeah, so I can really say support, support, support. I know it's not easy as a parent. I know it cannot be easy when we always have so much dreams and hope for our kids. It cannot be easy, but I would like to encourage, like, support, 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 support. It motivates your child to want to be better, to want to do better. In terms of education, we have subjects like life orientation in schools. That one is still a difficult one for me to be able to really speak on it much, because I think no matter how much we try to bring the sex part into school, it is always just up to you as a person as to what choices you are going to take. So I feel like maybe if we have more people coming out and sharing their life stories, sharing how difficult it actually is, it might spark something in somebody to want to make a change, to want to be different and want to make different life choices. So I feel like we could do more public works, public speaking, peer-to-peer speaking, have places where girls can come together and can openly express themselves about what they feel, what they've been going through, just for them to share experiences. So I think what would help more is for us to motivate each other as young girls, as young women. I mean, challenges. For me, the biggest challenge was dropping out of school, because I was so clueless. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how I was going to get back up. I didn't know if I was going to make it in life. Am I not going to be anything? But I knew that I had to do this. So I went back to school, did my matric. I failed and I completely gave up. And I was like, okay, fine. I don't have matric. It's okay. And I'll go and work wherever they can employ me with what I've got. And then, I started working as a waitress. I literally got like eight rand an hour. I would find myself working at a big event, and we would watch these big people perform while we're serving people alcohol and while we're serving people food. I knew that performance was my thing. I knew that this is how I want to send a message. This is how I speak to people, because there's nothing that brings people together more like music, like arts, like performance. There's nothing that brings people together more like that. But then again, I had more challenges of my son, who was continuously sick. you know, I kind of put my dream on the back burner again. I had to let go of this job, because I mean, I cannot be working for 8 rand an hour with a child. Yeah. So then I got a job at one of the big stadiums as a cleaner. I cleaned. I worked. But then I used to knock off very late, and I had an incident where I was almost kidnapped. Um, you know, going up to Brerank like 7 o'clock at night for a taxi. And when I told my mom was like, "Your life matters more than anything." I left that job. So fast forward, I worked at a retail store, and I kept praying, I kept applying, and then I got my government job, which is what I'm currently doing now, being a general worker. I'm still cleaning, but that is okay because my bills are paid. And my kids are fed, and yeah, my family is taken care of. But then as time went on, I met people who are doing what I want to do, which is performance, which is acting, which is motivating people. In 2018, I managed to get a support role on Isbaya. And then most recently, last month, I did a show on SABC One, A Light Bulb Moments, and I played the character of the Holiness. It taught me such a lot, and it just inspired me to just do more. So my message for today to young girls out there watching is that it is possible if you put your mind to it. I know that I'm speaking now because things are slowly getting better, and you're sitting there telling yourself like, but you're okay now. You know, it's easy for you to sit there and say that. But there were honestly times where I would cry so much that it just broke me. But I realized that it's not going to get me anywhere. Crying is not going to get me anywhere. I had a big role in putting myself in the position that I am in now because I was not forced into having sex. It was a decision that we both took. But something had to change. I had to change. So I started motivating myself, I started working hard, I started introducing myself to people who played a big role in making some things possible for me. So now I am pushing. So this show is my baby. I'm gonna keep working on her until somebody sees it and it goes bigger than anything that I could even have imagined. So please, if you have any questions for me, please feel free to inbox me. Please continue sharing this message. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm Ellen underscore Benny. That's Ellen underscore Benny. Please follow me. So thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed, be blessed, and stay motivated. You can do this. You can do whatever it is you set your mind to if you believe in yourself. So can we as women, can we as young girls get to a point in life where instead of bashing each other, we are supporting each other? So this is Ellen Benny signing out. Good night.